so we need to show the following. First one, all the interior angles are at right angles. All the interior angles are right angles. Okay, you need to show this. And what else can you show? You need to show that all the sides are equal. Equal. Now, what does this mean? All the interior angles are at right angle, means angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C is equal to angle D is equal to 90 degree. This is what you want to show. And all the sides are equal means you need to show AB is equal to BC is equal to DC is equal to AD. If you can show these two, then you can say that it is a square. Okay, so let's see. First part to prove one. All the interior angles are 90 degree. Now look here. Now we don't know whether all this angle is 90 degree or not. Okay. What do we know? We know that the diagonals are equal in length and that they bisect each other at right angles. So we know AC is equal to BD. Apart from this, what do we know? We also know AC perpendicular to BD. This is also given to you, right? And what also we know? We know that the diagonals bisect each other. That means if I call this point as O, OA must be equal to OC, and what else? OB must be equal to OD, right? This is what we know. So let's now show that first part is to show that all the interior angles are 90 degree. How to show? Now we start by saying AC is equal to BD. So we have AC is equal to BD, right? Now if AC is equal to BD, what is the length of AC? AC is twice of OA, or you can say twice of OC, because the diagonals bisect each other. Can you say this or not? AC is twice of OA, or you can write twice of OC. So let's write this as twice of OC. AC let's write as twice of OC is equal to, what about BD? BD, then the BD is the length of the twice of OD we can write, right? So we can write twice of OD. That means what are we getting? We are getting OC is equal to OD. That means we are getting that this side is equal to this side, right? Similarly, we can show that OA is equal to OB. Similarly, OA is equal to OB, right? So therefore, what can we say? All these are equal. So if these two are also equal, but this length is equal to this length. That means this length, all these four lengths are equal, right? So therefore, we say OA is equal to OC is equal to OB is equal to OD. So therefore, OA is equal to OB is equal to OC is equal to OD. All these are equal. Okay. So once we have shown that all these are equal, now what is this triangle that you see here? What is this triangle? This is an isosceles triangle, right? In which one angle is 90 degree. That means this is an isosceles right angle triangle. So what can you say? Triangle ODC is an isosceles right angle triangle. Is an isosceles right angle triangle. Now, once you know that this is an isosceles right angle triangle, and you know that these two sides are equal, therefore these two angles must also be equal. So therefore, you can say angle ODC is equal to angle OCD is equal to how much? How much will it be? This angle is 90, and if these two are equal, how much will it be? This has to be 45, and this has to be 45. Yes, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So we can say therefore angle ODC is equal to angle OCD is equal to 45 degree. So I have shown that these two angles are 45 degree. Similarly, I can say this angle is 45 and this angle is also 45. All this angle is 45. Similarly, this angle is 45. This angle is 45. And this angle is 45. And this angle is also 45. Right. So similarly, let me write. Similarly, angle ODA is equal to 45 degree. So now you see this angle is 45 similarly, and this angle is 45 we have shown. What is the sum of these two angles? 90 degree. Therefore, angle D is equal to 45 plus 45, 90. So we have shown one angle to be 90 degree. Similarly, we can show angle A is equal to 90 degree, angle B is equal to 90 degree, angle C is equal to 90 degree. So what does this show? This shows that all the interior angles of the quadrilateral ABCD are each equal to 90 degree. Okay, so this completes the first part of the proof. We have shown all the interior angles are 90 degree. What else do we need to show? That all the sides are equal. So let's proceed to show all the sides are equal. To prove 2. How do you show all the sides are equal? This is the question that I left you with in the last week. Anyone tried this?
Sir, I tried, but I didn't got that.
Tell me what you tried. Tell me, even if it is wrong. Tell me, I want to hear.
Sir, wait, I have to check.
And we have already shown that all the interior angles are 90 degree. This is what we know. Okay. Now we simply need to show all the sides are equal. Yes. Anyone else has any idea? Although the solution is done for you already. At least.
Sir, that
Have got that all the interior angles are 90 degree and the
Hmm.
diagonals are also of the same length. So we can conclude that it is that all the sides are equal.
No, there is no direct conclusion. From which theorem or from which axiom can you say that the sides are equal? Is there any theorem which states that in a quadrilateral, if each interior angle is a right angle and the diagonals are equal in length, then all the sides have to be equal? Any theorem? No. So even in a rectangle, the diagonals are equal. Even in a rectangle, the interior angles are 90 degree. So what? It may be a rectangle also. So what is your conclusive proof? Something that is beyond doubt. What you are saying has some doubt. There may be it can be a rectangle also.
So the
But what
diagonal bisect each
So
other.
the diagonals are equal.
the diagonals are equal in case of rectangle also. So what? It may be a
So
rectangle then.
So they bisect each other
congruent.
Yes, tell me.
at 90 degrees.
Yes, that is the main thing here. That the diagonals, because each interior angle is 90 degree and because the diagonals are at right angles to each other, then you can say that it is a square. So we'll write since angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C is equal to angle D is equal to 90 degree, because all the interior angles are 90 degree. So now, so what? Even if the interior angles are 90 degree, it may be a rhombus also, right? It may be a square also. I don't know. So what is the next thing here? That the diagonals are at right angles and AC perpendicular to BD. Hence, ABCD is a square. That's it. Clear with this? Or you can also go by your Pythagoras theorem. As I told you, there are many ways of doing. Should you want to know the other ways of doing? You can take this as x. You can take this as x. From Pythagoras theorem, you can find out the hypotenuse as √2. This is also x. This is also x. So this is also x √2. So the adjacent sides are equal. You also find this. This is x √2. This is x √2. So all the sides are equal. So by Pythagoras theorem, you have shown. Another method is by congruency. How do you show by congruency? You prove that this triangle and this triangle are congruent, right? By SAS, you will see that you can show this by SAS axiom. This triangle and this triangle, they are congruent also by SAS. Also, this triangle and this triangle, they are congruent. So therefore, which means that all the four triangles are congruent. And if all the four triangles are congruent, then all the four sides must be equal. That's it. Clear? Or any question? Can we move on to the next problem then? Okay, look at number 7. This is an easy problem. Somewhat easy. The figure that is given to you here is this. This figure is given. Now let's read the problem. In the figure given below, P and Q have been taken on opposite sides, AB and CD respectively, of a parallelogram. So this is given to be a parallelogram. So let's mark the parallel sides here. Okay, of parallelogram ABCD such that AP is equal to CQ. That means this length here, AP, must be equal to CQ. This is given to you. Show that AP and CQ bisect each other. That means AC and PQ, sorry. So just show that AC, the diagonal AC of the parallelogram that you can see, and the line PQ that you see, they bisect each other. That means you need to show that this part is equal to this part. I need to show that this part is equal to this part. That is what you need to show. So how will you show? Very easy. Prove that the triangles are congruent. Which triangles? Triangle AOP, this triangle, and triangle COQ. If I can show these two triangles are congruent, then I can say by CPCT that OA is equal to OC and OP is equal to OQ. So let's try and prove the congruency of these two triangles. In fact, this is a problem from congruent triangles, not exactly from quadrilaterals. So in triangle AOP and triangle COQ, first of all, angle AOP is equal to angle COQ. These are vertically opposite angles. Next, what can you say? Let me mark here. I will later erase. These two angles are equal. What else can you say? These two angles are equal because they are alternate angles. We'll write angle OAP is equal to angle OCQ because they are alternate angles. Okay. And what else? You know that this side AP is equal to this side CQ. So AP is equal to CQ. So therefore you can say these two triangles are congruent. Now the question is which axiom? Can anyone tell me which axiom?
The
The
triangle
angle side.
Angle side.
Yes, angle side. angle, side axial. Okay, so we have proved that these two triangles are congruent, and therefore now you can say that because these two angles are equal, then therefore this side AP, oh, okay, this side, this AP is already given to be equal. You can say that this side OP is equal to this side OQ. OP is equal to OQ. Okay, and obviously if two angles of a triangle are equal, third angle will also be equal. Or you can say these two alternate angles, these two also equal, and opposite to them is this, these two sides. So therefore you can say OA is equal to OC. These two can be concluded by CPCT. Okay, hence AC and PQ bisect each other. Is it clear? Or any question you have?
No,
Any
sir, no
question?
question.
We'll move on to the next question then, number 8. ABCD is a square. A is joined to a point P on BC and D is joined to a point Q on AB. If AP is equal to DQ, prove that AP and DQ are perpendicular to each other. Now remember, the figure is not given, so you will have to draw the figure here. So let's draw the figure here by reading the problem. ABCD is a square, so we draw a square. All four sides equal. A is joined to a point P on BC. So let us take a point P here on BC and join them. And D is joined to a point Q on AB. Let's take a point Q on AB. Let's take it, say here. You can take anywhere you want. Take a point Q here and let's join this. We have joined these two. If AP is equal to DQ, so that means given here is AP is equal to DQ. That means these two lines that I have joined, they are equal in length. That is given to you. Prove that AP and DQ are perpendicular to each other. You need to prove that this angle here is 90 degrees. That means AP and DQ are perpendicular to each other. So let's proceed to show that they are perpendicular. How to show? Now see, two triangles you can see. What are the two triangles? The two triangles here are this triangle APB and DAQ. Can you show that these two triangles are congruent? Can you show? Can anyone tell me whether these two triangles are congruent? If so, how? Anyone? Yes, they are congruent. Because if you see,
Yes, sir, we can say.
tell me how.
Sir,
And
vertically opposite angle.
vertically opposite. No, vertically opposite angle will not work here.
Sir,
Because-
can I say?
Go ahead.
Sir, AB is the common line.
AB is the common side.
and-
No, AB is not the common side.
Sir,
Sir,
AP is equals to DQ.
Which one? AC is equal to DQ.
No, sir, AP is equals to DQ given, sir.
Okay, yes. This is the first thing we start with. Okay. AP is equal to DQ. Fine. These two are the sides.
Sir, and
Vertically-
EA is
So,
equal
wait,
to
wait.
AB.
Vertically opposite is also wrong because vertically opposite means we are talking about these two angles. And these two angles are not the one angle is of the both angles are not of the triangle, right? Both these angles are not in the triangle. If you see very carefully, we are talking about two different triangles here. These are not angles of the triangle. So AP is equal to DQ. Okay, this is the first thing we start. Okay, next thing.
Sir,
What can you
AD
say?
is equal to AB.
AD
Sir,
is
AD
equal.
is equal to AB.
Okay, AB is equal to AD because we are writing triangle APB first here. That is why we are trying AB here first. Okay, so AB is equal to AD. So first one was given. And why have you said AB is equal to AD? Why?
Because it is a square.
Okay,
Sir,
yes.
because it is a square.
Sides of a square. Or you can say adjacent sides of a square. Or you can simply say sides of a square. Okay. Okay. And the third one.
Sir,
We need-
angle A is equal to angle
Sir,
B.
PB
90
is
degrees.
equal to
Exactly.
AQ.
Angle ABP, or you can simply say angle B also. Angle ABP is equal to angle DAQ. Right? Interior angles of a square is the right angle. That is your reason. Right? So therefore, triangle APB congruent to triangle ADQ. Now the question is, what axiom? By what axiom? By what
Just
axiom are you saying? Side? Now let's see what axiom. See so we are talking about this angle here, 90 degree. Okay, consider only
SAS.
one triangle. Yes. And wait, we are talking about this side here, right? And what else? What other side have we? What other side or angle have we included here? We have included this side, right? Okay. Now tell me which axiom?
Sir, SAS.
No. Look at this triangle and tell me.
Side angle.
R.
RHS, right angle, hypotenuse, and side. So it is RHS axiom. Now you understand why I'm saying RHS? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the easier work is complete. The hard work starts now. So what if they are congruent? Even if I have proven that these two are congruent, so what? Now by CPCT, what can you say? By CPCT, what can you say? Which angles are equal?
AQ is equal to PB.
See, by this angle is clearly 90 degree, right? Angle A is 90 degree, isn't it? And you can say by CPCT, you can say that this angle is equal to this angle, right? By CPCT, so you write angle DQA is equal to angle APB. CPCT, right? What else can you say? What that means you now we can say this angle must be equal to this angle, right? We can say angle ADQ is equal to angle PAB. This is also by CPCT, right? Now this angle here is 90 degree. This angle is the sum of which two angles? This angle and this angle. Now angle A is equal to 90 degree. Now angle A is the sum of which two angles? Let us call this point M here, point of intersection. Okay, it is the sum of angle DAM plus angle PAB. Can you see this? Is it okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now angle DAM, write this as it is. And angle PAB, what is it equal to? Angle PAB is equal to angle ADQ by CPCT. So replace PAB by angle ADQ is equal to 90 degree, right? Since angle PAB is equal to angle ADQ. Now look at this that we have got. DAM and ADQ. DAM is this angle, right? And ADQ is this angle. Now look at this triangle here. This triangle, sorry. Look at this triangle. In this triangle, this angle I know, and this angle, sum of these two angles is 90 degree. Then can I say this angle is 90 degree? In a triangle, if
Yes,
I
sir.
know that the
Yes,
sum of two angles is 90 degree, third angle obviously has to be 90 degree, isn't it? Because the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 90 degree. So we consider this triangle. In triangle DAM, in triangle DAM, what are the angles? Angle DAM plus angle ADQ plus the third angle, this angle here. Which one is this angle? Angle DMA is equal to 180 degree. Because sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Now, what is the sum of these two angles we have got here? 90 degree. 90 plus angle DMA is equal to 180. That means, what is angle DMA? 180 minus 90, which is equal to 90. That means you have shown that this angle here is 90 degree. That means the diagonals are perpendicular. That means AP must be perpendicular to DQ. Hence, AP must be perpendicular to DQ. And that is what you had to show, isn't it? If you see here, show that AP and DQ are perpendicular to each other. We have shown AP is perpendicular to DQ, and it's proved. Clear? Or any question?